So let's say you're working on your beat and you're like, I kind of want to add some like effects to it. Like, let's say you want to add like reverb onto the piano. What you want to do is you want to bring up the mixer rack. So to do that, you go to this button right here that has the two rectangles with the lines coming out, and that will bring up the mixer rack. Now, what the mixer rack allows you to do is add effects onto your different sounds. So you'll see that there's a bunch of these things called inserts, insert 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you may have noticed, every single sound that you have loaded into your channel rack has a number on it. These numbers correlate to these numbers on the mixer rack. So this one is insert 1, this 2 is insert 2. So in order to get each of these sounds into the mixer rack, because as you can see, once you have more than just the 4 that came by default, these don't actually have numbers on it. Now you could manually change every number by using the mouse scroll wheel. However, if you have a bunch of sounds, that's kind of just a waste of time. So a quick way to do this is you want to double click on the first box right here, and you want all of these highlighted in green. And then what you want to do is you want to click on insert 1, and on the keyboard you want to hold down Control Shift L. And what that's going to do is it is going to automatically assign every single sound to its own mixer track, and it's going to do it all in numerical order. So 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it's also going to label it whatever this was labeled. With the mixer rack, if you want to select only one singular sound, what you can do is you want to right click on this little circle, and it's going to mute everything except for this one sound. If you want to unmute everything, you right click on it again. This thing is the volume, so bringing this down lowers the volume, bringing it up increases the volume, and if you want to reset it to where it was originally, you just right click on this thing and you press reset. Now this knob right here controls the panning, and basically what that means is where in your headphones you hear the sound. So let's play the piano. So if you pan it all the way to the left, you're only going to hear it in the left side of your headphones. And if you pan it right, you're only going to hear it in the right side of your headphones. And then you can right click and hit reset to put it back in the middle. What this thing is the stereo separator. So if you move this all the way to the right, there's no separation in the audio. And if you move it to the left, there's full stereo separation. With this piano VSC, you don't really hear a difference. So let's go ahead and add an effect, which will make it sound a little bit more noticeable. So if you want to add an effect, all you do is go to slot 1, slot 2, whichever slot is available. You want to click on it. And then these are all of the different effects that you have available. So let's say we want to add reverb. So Fruity Reverb 2. With reverb, because this isn't really a reverb tutorial, but just know there's a bunch of like different knobs and settings here. I don't usually mess with those. I'll go to a preset which has different effects that it gives you. So let's just say we want Cathedral, because that's going to give us the most reverb. So when we have the reverb on, you can go ahead and play it, and then we can hear what that sounds like. So you can hear the reverb. This knob right here controls how strong the effect is. So if you have it all the way filled in, that means it has the maximum amount of reverb. If you bring it all the way to the left, that means it has no reverb. And then this is half strength reverb, full strength reverb. So you can go ahead and listen. Now, this is going to help us better hear the stereo separation. So again, no separation sounds like this. And then full stereo separation sounds like this. What I usually use stereo separation for is if I have a bunch of instruments playing at the same time, I'll put them all at different levels of separation so that it gives off the effect that the sounds are coming from different locations. Like if you've ever seen like an orchestra, like everyone's not standing in one spot. The person playing violin is like over there, and then the person playing drums is over there, and then the tuba player is over there, and then the trumpet player is over there, and the saxophonist is over there. Like they're all in different spots. And the reason for that is if all the sounds sound like they're coming from the exact same location, they're going to sound like crowded. Like it's going to sound like there's too much happening all at once. And in order to stop that from happening, you want to stereo separate your different sounds.